So what is up, Africana fam? It's your girl Young Africana back at it again with another video. If you guys do not know who I am Young Africana. I do hair and makeup on my channel. Today's video, unfortunately but fortunately, I will not be doing a hair or makeup video for this video. In honor of the last day of Black History Month, I definitely did want to bring up this topic that is near and dear to my heart, especially me being a dark-skinned African American woman. And I just want to shed light on this situation, more so because I am an influencer, and it'll be wrong for me to act as if like I haven't gone through struggles, or act as if like I'm not going through certain things that probably other dark-skinned girls or even just black girls in general are going through. I want to enlighten and tell you guys that, whatever you're going through, I have went through that as well. It may not be to the magnitude of what you went through, but nevertheless, I can relate. And I just want to show my relatable side on this and just speak about the situation, because everybody needs to be enlightened and educated on this topic. So if you guys have not seen from the title or my thumbnail, I will be talking about the struggles I have gone through as a dark-skinned beauty influencer. So this is a very friendly discretion before you go ahead and continue on with my video. If you are here to gaslight my experience, please exit my video. Granted, your watch will definitely give me coins, but please exit my video. The last thing I want is for somebody to gaslight my experience and tell me that I did not go through my experience, because this experience is my experience and I want to share with you guys and to girls that can relate to my experience. Just because you have not experienced it does not mean that it is not happening. Okay, so any negative energy that you got that is around that realm, you can leave. I wish I had a sage right now, because anybody that's trying to come with any negative energy, you can leave. Also, I do not want to belittle anybody's experience of being black. I know throughout every shade, everybody has gone through their fair share of discrimination, and I do not want to belittle or to make it seem as if like dark-skinned girls go through the most, but we do go through a different magnitude of situations or just discrimination that I want to bring light to. And it doesn't make sense as me as a beauty influencer, a dark-skinned beauty influencer, to not speak on these things when I went through them myself, So as a creative, I want to have that responsibility of letting people know what's going on in the community, as well as just how it affects me as well too, because before I'm an influencer, I'm a human, and I have feelings too, So a lot of things I personally went through, I would never want anybody to go through, and I just want to share it to people that either are dark-skinned or are not dark-skinned. Just be careful about certain things that you do or say, because they do have a negative effect. I just want us to just share positivity, and also just to be aware of these things and to just acknowledge these things and to change our ways. So if you guys are done with the discretions and you have agreed to the terms and conditions of this discretion, then we could keep on watching with this video. So you guys, I'm not even going front. I feel like I didn't find like my why or my purpose of me being a beauty influencer or a dark-skinned beauty influencer until a year ago. And I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. So I literally found out who I was and why I'm doing what I'm doing on YouTube in 2020, you guys. And sometimes it be like that. It's certain things that you like to do, you don't really find your true purpose into why you're doing it, or your purpose changes as you're going along the lines of you doing it. And my reason, that's why I became a dark-skinned beauty influencer, or just my reason of continuing to be a dark-skinned beauty influencer, is to show girls, or to show girls, little girls, older girls, all types of girls, women, sorry, not bad, let me put some respect in your name, girls and women, that us being dark-skinned is not our disadvantage, it's actually our advantage. So when it comes to wearing colorful hair or colorful anything, think about a black chalkboard, you guys, versus a white chalkboard. Honestly, if you was to use color on a black chalkboard versus a white one, the color pops more on us. And I feel like for years we've been told that we cannot wear colored hair. We look crazy in colored hair. It looks disgusting on us. We look like clowns. Listen, all the things that I'm saying, I've heard it before. It's been said to me personally. People have went out their way to comment, you know, Twitter fingers, Instagram warriors, all that, you know. I've heard these things before, you know, and it's like, it's sad because color pops on us the most. And this is not to, you know, demean anybody that is a brighter shade than me, but it's the truth. When you put color against us, we bring it out the most because the contrast between the light and the dark is just beautiful. And for years we've been told that it doesn't look right on us and that we look ugly and that we look disgusting and we look like clowns doing it. So that is my purpose, especially me wearing colored wigs, to show you guys that every color fits us. I have girls DMing me for like especially recently, just girls DMing me like, yo, you give me the confidence to wear colored hair. And it's like, it's sad that we live in a world where we were believing that color didn't look right on us, or that we look dumb, or like it wasn't professional. That's the biggest one. It's not professional to wear colored hair. But literally we have people born with ginger and blonde hair. So you're telling me that color is unprofessional when I wear it as a wig? I'm on to you, sis. But that's besides the point. That is my reason of being a beauty influencer, a dark skin beauty influencer as well. Because I don't want to just be boxed in with just everybody. I am a dark skin beauty influencer and I rock that with pride. And I am proud to be a dark skin beauty influencer because I want to show you guys that everything that they have said, that uncolorful box they put us in, we stepping out and we killing it. We killing it, we bodying it, and we showing y'all things that y'all never seen before. Granted, wigs back in the day used to look crazy, but it's alright though. We know better now. We know how to maneuver with it, and we gonna make it look poppin', okay? So that is my reason of being a dark skin beauty influencer. But besides that, I actually want to tell you guys the struggles that I personally went through. This is like my first time being transparent with you guys. So just bear with me a little bit if, you know, I start rambling and stuff, because I be having a lot to say, okay? But yeah, and don't mind if I'm looking down. I have like my notebook, I write things in, you know, so I'm just looking down just to have my points together so I'm not all over the place, okay? So one of the struggles that I personally went through is just feeling like my work is mediocre and not getting acknowledgement. I felt like for years, like of me doing makeup and hair, it was like, you know, I wasn't necessarily good enough, or I kept on doubting myself based off of just like, you know, the acknowledgement I was getting. I felt like I was getting little to none acknowledgement when it came to doing hair and makeup on myself, or not enough. Where it's like literally I'm over here, I'm writing out my content, what I'm gonna do next, and I'm putting so much thought and process and prayer into what I'm doing, but I'm not getting acknowledged for it. And as a creative, that kills you, especially as a dark skin creative, because it's like you start thinking like, dang, like, do people even really like it like that? And it's like sometimes you look at people or other people and compare yourself, because to be honest, we all do it. We all compare ourselves to other people or to other influencers, and it's like, you know, she did the same thing, how come she got likes? And it's like literally that's what I used to fight with all the time. It's like I would see other light-skinned girls, or like just, you know, other beauty influencers that were lighter than me, and I would look on their page and it's like they probably did the same thing that I did, or like it wasn't as, I'm keeping a buck, I'm gonna call a spade for a spade, it wasn't as poppin' as mine. And it was just like they would get all the likes. I would see people do the same exact things as me, and it's like they would get all the acknowledgement, and then with me it's like I busted my butt to do whatever I had to do, and it's like I'm not getting that same acknowledgement. And you know, at first I was just thinking like, you know, maybe it's me, you know, maybe I'm not doing something right, and like, you know, I'm over here going hard trying to fix my craft and everything, and I'm not saying I am perfect, but I don't put out shitty work out there either, you feel me? Like if I think it's shitty, I'm not gonna post it out there. At first I used to think like, you know, maybe I just need to go harder, maybe it didn't look good enough, like trying to convince myself that my work wasn't good enough because I wasn't getting these amount of likes or acknowledgement, or I thought it was fire and everybody else didn't really think so. But I had a conversation with one of my friends. Y'all know BJ from Bub, you know. Go ahead and subscribe to him as well too. I had a conversation with him like a couple of months ago, and it's like he was like, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, sis, like, yo, your content is off the chain. Like, you really be going crazy with it. And it's like, I feel like the only reason why you're not getting up there is because you're a dark-skinned girl. And it's like, him as a dark-skinned male noticing in that, which a lot of dudes in general don't notice stuff like that, or don't try to acknowledge things like that, or they do acknowledge it and don't speak up on it. The fact that he told me that, it was just like, wow, I knew I wasn't bugging, you know? Like, I knew I wasn't bugging. Like, the stuff that I'm putting out, I know I have quality work, because all I do, I'm a big perfectionist. All I do is put out quality. But how come it's not reflecting with my likes or with my, you know, like, I feel like I did a great job. And the fact that he said it just was like my confirmation. Like, yo, I know I'm not bugging, you know? And it's sad that we have to work 2 times as hard to get probably half of what other people are getting. And it's like, some people aren't even putting in that much work, and they're getting all this praise. And to be honest, I just feel like sometimes Instagram feels like a popularity contest. I'm not even going front, you know. Granted, I feel like I am getting a lot more acknowledgement now, and I am super blessed and super appreciative of that, but it wasn't always like that, you know. And at that time I was doing bomb work too, you know. But it's just sad that I feel like I have to do stuff that's out of the ordinary for me to finally get noticed, when it's just like somebody could sit down there and jack your work, or to jack your entire idea, but because they have, and I feel like, to be honest, and like I said, we're gonna call a spade for a spade, when, especially being light-skinned, if you're a pretty light-skinned girl, you have pretty privilege. And I feel like because some people don't like their work, it's okay, like, it's cool, it's calm, you know. And it's just like, but they get so much more acknowledgement because they have that pretty privilege. And it's like, sometimes it's unfair, because I feel like there's so many dark-skinned girls that are extremely talented. Like, I'm telling you, from the Jackie Inas to the Nike's canvases to Vanessa to Ohima Bonsu, all those, they're beautiful, dark-skinned, melanated mommies. And I feel like they put out content every single day, almost every single day. And like, I feel like in my head that they're not even where they deserve to be at. And it sucks, because it's like, in reality, like, they are the only people that, like, we have, like, that are like our representation. And it's sad that I could literally count on my 2 hands people that are like my skin color or darker, that are up there, or like that are like in, like, you know, the big beauty world, like, you know, the top notch, top tier. And it's like, it's sad that I have to count them like on just probably not even this hand, not even just this hand, just one hand. It's sad to know that our representation, it lacks. And it's like, yo, like, and it's like, even too, they're not even where I feel like they deserve to be at. And they're putting out content every single day. But because a light-skinned girl is pretty, you know, and she has that pretty privilege, it's like she could put out something that's, and I wouldn't even say mediocre, but, you know, just basic. It's simple. Like, everybody else is doing it, but she gets more acknowledgement because she's lighter, you know. And like, don't tell me it's not a thing. It's a thing, you guys. It's a thing. And it's like, you wouldn't understand, and I'm not begging you to understand it, because a lot of you guys, or like a lot of people that are probably watching this, probably aren't even in my shoes, or in the shoes of just being a dark-skinned girl, period, you know. So again, like I said, I'm not trying to make y'all understand it, because if I try to make everybody understand where I'm coming from, I'm gonna go crazy, because none of you guys, or even half of you guys, are gonna fully understand where I'm coming from and how I feel and how it affected me. But I do want you to acknowledge it, and to acknowledge that it is real. This is a thing that is going on. So don't try to, you know, sweep it under the rug because it doesn't affect you. Anyways, that's one of the struggles that I've gone through. And like I touched on it already as well too, just not seeing enough dark skin representation. Just, I feel like I haven't seen that. I haven't seen so many girls that are my skin color, especially me growing up as well too. Literally the only person that I've seen doing makeup when I was growing up is Jackie Ina. She's one of the OGs when it came to like doing makeup on YouTube. And it's like, I don't know, like it just sucked just seeing literally only one person that you could possibly relate to. Like, I want to see more people, and it's like, I love Jackie Ina, but I want to see more people so I get more encouraged to do my makeup, or to do my hair, or to do other things. Another issue that I ran into being a beauty influencer is, you know, getting comments of people saying, oh, you're trying to be Eurocentric, you have your hair straight, you're contouring your nose. And it's like, what is Eurocentric about having a small nose? Is it Eurocentric, or is it the stereotype that you built on, you know, African American people of having bigger features? I've also met people that are non-black that have big features as well. So what makes it Eurocentric? What is straight hair? How is straight hair Eurocentric? If there are people that are non-white that are born with pin straight hair. You get where I'm trying to go with this? And it's like, stop telling me that. Like, bro, what is Eurocentric about me wearing wigs? If I want to wear wigs, I could wear wigs. It's called a protective style. Thank you. It's called a protective style for a reason. It's literally covering my meeks, as you guys can see, so my hair can grow. Thank you very much. It's not every day I want to manipulate my real hair, because with that comes with split ends and damage. I don't even got my wig on right. You see? This topic already got me messed up. And I'm not trying to make it jokey either, you know, because this is very serious as well too, but I don't want to be too serious as well either. But you guys get where I'm trying to come from with this situation. It's like people try to tell you that, oh, it's Eurocentric for you to contour and all this. My mom has a small nose. My mom has small lips. My mom has small eyes, small ears. And she is fully 100% Ghanaian. And if you don't know who a Ghanaian person, she's from Ghana, which is in West Africa. And she has all those small features, but she's still African. So how does that make that Eurocentric? You feel me? Like, make it make sense. You know, like, I just feel like we can't do anything that's quote unquote a trend without being called out on it, or you're trying to be this. And it's like, I'm trying to be me. This is what I like to do. Everybody else gets to live in their full truth. Why can't I live in my full truth? If I like wigs, let me like my wigs. If I like my wig straight, let me like my wig straight. One of the last struggles I have went through as a dark-skinned beauty influencer is companies trying to underpay me, you know? And I don't know how much other influencers are getting paid, but I'm pretty sure they're probably getting a lot more. Like, so for example, say like a hair company tries to pitch me like, hey, what are your rates for you to promote our hair plus 2 IG posts? And I'll tell them, hey, it's like 1,000 for me to do that. And they'll be like, oh, well, oh no, we only have 800 for our budget. Your budget or for me? Like, don't try to say your budget, because a lot of these hair companies are making millions, I tell you, millions of dollars a year from not only just my posts, but other dark skinned or black influencers in general. And you tell me you only have $800 for me and a wig, and that's supposed to pay my bills? Okay, there are other influencers that these companies are probably pitching thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to them off the strength of just whatever it is, whether if it's their following, which I get to a certain extent, you know, because if I'm a worker for you, or if I'm a brand ambassador, I feel like we should all be getting paid the same no matter what. Because we all have the same job, we're doing the same exact thing. Why does she get to get paid more? If you're coming out to me, and it's not even like I reach out to you, you're coming out to me and I tell you your rates, or I tell you my rates, and it's not being respected, why should I work with you at all? When I'm pretty sure somebody that's higher up, and most of them that are higher up, you know, they'll probably tell them like, hey, this is my rates, and they're quick with the quickness to pay them. Probably even pay them a deposit too. Not even just the amount after the fact, but probably a deposit just for them to work with them. But you're snubbing me. But mind you, I have a lot of engagement on Instagram, you know? So it's just like, it doesn't make sense why I'm pitching you my what my rates are, and you're telling me, oh, we only have that for your budget, and then you don't need to work with me because that's my price. And I feel like a lot of these companies don't respect people when it comes to their rates, because I'm not pulling numbers out my ass. It's labor plus me editing plus me doing the hair. Everything accounts to what price I give you. You feel me? And like, I feel like I don't even go OD with the price either. So it's like, why is just like, and it's an example, why is 800 so much for you? But literally you could get 3 people, just only 3 people, and you already broke even. Like, and I'm pretty sure it's more than 3 people that are buying when I, you know, sit down there and recommend hair. So 3 people alone or 4 people alone could break even. And mind you, my content is going out to thousands, even millions of people. And they're constantly buying your stuff. But you only have 800 for me. That's all I have to speak on that. And I know a lot of dark skin or just black influencers in general go through that, because you would not try to do that with Kylie Jenner. But overall, I just don't like the fact that whenever we bring up this whole colorism thing, it's like, it sounds foreign to people, as if like, oh my gosh, like, oh, you would never. Perfect example. I went viral on Twitter like probably like a week or 2 ago about like my colorful hair and stuff. You know, a lot of people were retweeting my posts and stuff, and literally I had a couple people, and I've seen most of them for the most part. I've seen a couple people retweeted like, I never heard that. So like, boom, here was, and I'm gonna put it in the video, okay? Alright y'all, so I'm gonna read you guys the tweet, and I'm gonna also put it up as a screenshot. So the tweet was, "It upsets me every day that people told us that dark-skinned girls can't wear color for years, and we actually believe them." So that tweet went viral, and a lot of people were liking it, a lot of people were retweeting it. Most of them were very, you know, good comments for the most part. And you know, we had a couple of gaslighting people saying, I ain't never heard that, or, oh, y'all believe them. And it's just like, I think you missed the point. Like, the point has been missed, clearly. Like, okay, that's a good thing you have never heard that before. Which goes to show that you never experienced what I went through. And it's like, what kills me the most is that people that will be saying this, that be people of your race. Even though there's only one race, which is the human race. But literally, black people would be saying, I ain't never heard that. It is like, fam, are you serious right now? Like, people literally try to sweep things or sweep colorism underneath the rug as if like it doesn't happen or is not happening, especially in the beauty or entertainment industry. And this is why, like, you are a part of the problem. That's just really what it is. You're a part of the problem. You are a part of the issue as to why colorism will forever keep on happening, because you're literally just taking my experience and saying that never happened before. I don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, if I said it, clearly I heard it before. And there are other girls that not only agreed with me, but resonated with me as well too, because they have been through that before. Even to the point where like, it's been so ingrained and like embedded in their heads up till now, at like our big ages, they're still scared to wear color. And it's just like, yo, and like, this is why people swear that these things don't happen, and they happen, and it's happening. And it's sad too that being dark skinned is now in. And it's like, bro, so you mean to tell me this whole time dark skinned girls just magically turn beautiful overnight? Because before we were all types of African booty scratches and go back to your country people, and oh, like, it's a lot of things. And honestly, a lot of these comments that I've heard were from people that are my skin color, probably even darker than me, saying these stuff to me. You feel me? So it's like, it's sad to know that we're now being quote unquote embraced. But even the embracing, like the embracing part, it's to a certain extent. There's exceptions to the rule. You get what I'm trying to say? When you're being embraced, it's like you have to look exotic, which is whether if you're having, you know, Eurocentric features, which is a small nose, or you know, like you look almost like a baby doll, or like you have a completely, like, you know, hourglass figure. All of us are not being embraced, you know, and that's the issue that I have, because it's like you hear things like, oh, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl, and it's like, bro, what? And it's like, why is that? Or like they'll point out things like, oh my gosh, your hair is so long, like, and it's like, why can't my hair be long? Because I'm black, or because I'm dark-skinned, or you don't believe that dark-skinned girls could grow long hair? It's a lot of things that intertwine with this whole thing, and like I've experienced all that as a dark-skinned beauty influencer, and honestly, that's where I wanted to step in and just break that mold. And it's sad, and like that's what, like, I've actually made a responsibility for myself as a beauty influencer, is to break that mold of beauty where it's like you have to be fair skinned to do certain things, you know. And I feel like, and I was talking to my sis Esther and Nana about this, and like my sis Esther gave like a great analogy, which is like the glass ceiling. A lot of us as dark skinned, especially dark skinned girls or dark skinned beauty influencers, we have like this glass ceiling on top of us where it's like we could see how far we could go, but there's so many restrictions or things blocking us from going because of the color of our skin, or just things that we can't control. And it's like, I can't rip off my skin. This is literally something I was born with, you know. And the fact that I get demonized or penalized for this, for something that I can't control, it's not fair. And like that's what like I really wanted to do, especially doing the love series, is to show you guys that, yo, I can rock every single color and look like a baddie, and like nobody's telling me nothing at all. At all. Like doing things that make us happy and being unapologetic about it. Like that's my goal as a beauty influencer, and to help and influence other dark-skinned girls to feel that way. Like it should not be on some like, I feel as if like, oh, I can't wear that color, or if I wear that color I have to wear makeup with it in order for me to look good. And it's just like, why do we have to have that mindset when it's just like we could be so secure with ourselves and just live our true authentic self? If you like that color and you want to wear it, no matter what everybody else has to say. So me as a beauty influencer, I want to break that colorist mold. I want my dark skinned girls to get out of that uncolorful box that people put us in for years. And just to let you know that, like, listen, like, you know, and I fully took on as me being a dark skinned representative, that this is my job to uplift girls of that are my color, lighter than me, darker than me, it doesn't matter. And for you to just live in your true authentic truth, and for you to rock everything without any consequences, or for you to feel as if like you're not beautiful enough to do certain things, you know. So that glass ceiling, we're breaking that glass ceiling, and we're going to the stars and to the moon, okay? But overall, I just wanted to speak on this topic more so just to embrace our skin color, especially in the month of Black History, you know. I just want to celebrate us every single day, whether if it's Black History or not, and just embrace our skin color. We always have limitations because of things that we can't control, and like I can't take off my skin, you guys. This is on me forever. I am black forever, you know. So that should not be a limitation, because my skin color has nothing to do with my work ethic and what I do and how I do it, or my talents, you know. And I'm just allowing God to use me to really uplift people that are my color, or for people that just been feeling suppressed or like not living in their true authentic self because there's so many limitations to something that you can't even control, you know. So overall, I'm just here to break those colorist molds and get us out of that uncolorful box they put us in for years, and just telling us things that doesn't even make sense, or it's all lies. It's all lies, you guys. We are beautiful. We are melanated mommies. You feel me? Like, we are beautiful. We are radiant. We are everything good. Stop trying to demonize our color. I just really want to sit down there and tell you guys that, like, it took a while for me to accept who I am as a person, even my skin color as well. But now that I'm fully enjoying my skin color, I wouldn't change it for the world. And to be honest, I want to be that representation to tell you guys, or for little girls to look at me and be like, mommy, I want to be just like her. Because I was once there of me not liking my skin color because I felt like I wasn't getting recognition or I wasn't getting acknowledged and stuff. But you know, sometimes because we're breaking generational curses, the battle's a lot stronger because we're finally breaking that mold. So I'm willing to, I ain't gonna say hell and back. I'm not ready to go to hell, but I'm ready to go to war for it. You feel me? I'm ready to go to war for it, for us to finally realize our worth and our beauty in our skin. The last thing I ever want for somebody is to feel discouraged because they don't have enough representation, nor do they have like that motivation to be or to continue to be a creative, because there's not that many people that they could look up to that are up there, you know. So I definitely want to break that mold and to just help people become creatives and, again, living in your authentic truth and overcoming things that we would have never thought we would overcame. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you have not, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.